Hi guys, it's Shallon, and today we're going to talk about how to flirt using Snapchat and how, with my tips, you can become an absolute savage. Now, the gift and the curse of Snapchat is the transparency. You can see when someone opens your message, you can see who's looking at your story, and I'm going to tell you how to use this to your advantage, because right now, if you're not using it to your advantage, it's like making you crazy and is like slowly eroding your self-esteem. I get it. The biggest problem I hear from you guys about Snapchat is how to know and what to do if you think your crush is DMing you pictures that he's probably sending to a lot of other girls. You don't respond to that shit. You don't respond to that. No. If a guy likes you, and if he really wants to engage with you, he'll find a reason to reach out. I had an ex just the other day, bless his heart, text me probably the lamest excuse for getting in touch I've ever heard. Hey, Shallon, I just walked by a dog and I know how you love dogs, so I thought I'd say hi and see how you are. Have you ever heard anything more pathetic? Hey, I just saw a human who walks upright and I know that you do too. Just hope you're well. But my point is, he wanted to talk to me that bad that he was going to say anything to get in the door. And same with the dude on Snapchat. If he wants you, he will find a way to reach out, to send you something personalized so that you know he's talking specifically to you. Never in my life have I met a guy who's like, yeah, I really like this girl. I really want to date her, make her my girlfriend. But, I just refuse to send her any kind of message that was personalized just for her. Do you realize how crazy that sounds? It sounds psychotic. That's not how it goes. If a guy is sending out a ton of other things, he's fishing. That's bait. He's casting his line in the water when he's bored or lonely or heartbroken or whatever, and he's seeing who nibbles. Don't be one of those fish. You are the bait. You're not the fish in these scenarios, remember? Like I said, if a guy wants to talk to you, he'll find a reason. A way to impel him to talk to you is what? Your story. Now, the thing with stories is most of the time you post it for like one or two specific people to see. Usually a dude, usually your crush or an ex. And it's like if they don't look at it, the story like might as well have never even existed. Life has no meaning. What's the point? So you impel a guy to reach out to you with a story that is positive, that is upbeat, vivacious, and that sends the overall message, you are a girl who is in love with her own life. I follow some of you guys back just to kind of like get a sense of what you're posting. Holy shit, stop posting things that say, I'm bored, LOL. Bored people are boring. I don't want to know that you're bored. Bored is my default setting. I don't want to hear it from someone else. There's nothing there. There's nothing to engage with. It's a flat wall. Another thing you want to be cognizant of is selfies. I know filters and everything, you're feeling your look. No more than 2 selfies in a row once per day, once per 24-hour period. More than that, it just gets to be a bit much. Same with videos. 1 video per day per event. There's nothing worse than someone who goes to a concert. I don't know why everyone feels compelled to do this, and post like 10 snap videos of the concert. Who do you think is watching those? Do you think I'm sitting around being like, yeah, this grainy, crackling Beyonce concert footage is really, it's making my night. Put something up there to show you're there. Make it about you. Great photo, great shot, have someone take it. Keep it moving. Guy's gonna reach out. So say you're engaged in a snap conversation with someone, like he's sending you personalized stuff, but maybe he's not responding as fast as you want him to. Welcome, my dears, to Petty University. I'm your headmistress, Shallon Lester. You are now enrolled in session. You want to be petty as fuck? I do. You put him on read. You do what he does times double. That's the rule. If he reads your snap and takes 6 minutes to respond, you set a timer on your phone for 12 minutes, and that's when you respond. You have to pull back to suss out a guy's motives. If he stops responding to you, if he's like, oh, this is too much work, let him go. Let him go. He's just fishing anyway. He was never going to be your boyfriend. He never really valued you. He was using you as a time fill, not because he wanted to get to know you or hang out. This is another big problem I hear, is that guys talk to you a lot, but they don't ask you out. I have a whole video on why guys will text you all the time but not ask you out, so check that out. But for this particular scenario, how you combat that is you can like kind of throw out there like subtle suggestions like, hey, a bunch of us are going bowling this weekend if you want to join. If he's into you, he will latch on to, oh my God, yes. You can be like, hey, we're going to a public execution. You want to tag along? You'd be like, yes, she invited me somewhere. He's going to be delighted. But most likely, if a guy's into you, you're not even going to have to think this much about it. He's going to be asking you out. So why do guys do that? Why do they just want to like snap you or text you or whatever and not go out? I don't know. This blows my mind. One of my friends has this motto that I love. She's like, put out or get out. She's like, if we're snapping and you're not making moves to see me and get naked, what are you doing here? Why are you in my life? What do I need you for? A pen pal? I don't need a pen pal, okay? If I want to text back and forth and write long letters to someone, I write letters to my grandmother. A guy is using you for, like I said, an ego boost, a way to pass the time, something to do between heartbeats, between like other people that he's dating, keeping you on the bench just in case he wants to move you up to the winner, which means he hooks up with you and then doesn't speak to you again for 3 months. Don't allow this. You are a goddess. You are a savage. And when in doubt, ask yourself, what would Rihanna do? Because she's sort of my like spirit and texty, like spirit animal. Rihanna wouldn't put up with that shit. If you feel like a guy isn't really giving you what you want via Snapchat, either he's not responding enough, he's not really asking you questions, he's not asking you out, you need to go to extreme measures. This is what this looks like. He sends you something. You can open it or not. I kind of prefer not to open it. Then you post something to your story, something awesome. You're doing something great and fantastic, very positive, very upbeat. You love your life. Because he's going to see that and be like, I mean, she's on the app. She not see my message. Sure, she has her notifications on. I mean, she's in the app. Why isn't she looking at my message? Only when he looks at your story do you open his. Then you wait another 20 minutes to respond, maybe an hour, maybe 20 hours. You have to get a guy frustrated sometime for him to act. And that's annoying, but that's what men respond to. I know, like, and I know that you don't want to, you just want to like respond back right away and go back and forth and back and forth. But if a guy isn't like doing that, my ultimate advice is to cut him off. But if you want to kind of like string him along and see if you can make him shape up, that's the way to do it. So overall, let's recap. You want to use the transparency to your advantage. Notice who's looking at your story. Look at a guy's rating. If you think he might be a player talking to a lot of different girls, look at his snap rating. That's not based on your story. That's based on your DMs. And it's kind of unlikely that guys are DMing other dudes, you know, like their friends. It's most likely girls. Beware. Don't respond to something if you think it's a mass text. That's bullshit. If he wants to talk to you specifically, he will. Your story needs to be an amazing commercial for your life. And if you don't have anything amazing going on, it's fine. Don't post a story. Also, crucial pro tip, don't read his stories. It's going to frustrate him because he's not going to understand why he's not pulling you in. And that's going to make him reach out. And that's the ultimate goal. So you're doing your own thing. You're living your life. You're posting to your stories. You're not engaging with him unless he's sending you something that's worth engaging. An invitation, a custom DM, whatever that might be. Feels good to be a savage, doesn't it? Bloodthirsty. You'll get a taste for the blood. For more, follow me on Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram at ShallonXO. And if you have a question about this or anything else, love sex style advice, leave it here on YouTube as a comment or a private message. And follow me, subscribe for videos every Friday about everything you want to know about.